Hello, my name is Maria Jose, and I'm gonna tell you a brief history about the English language and how does English have to do with the society and with the culture and how are they related. Okay, so first of all, we have to know that English language as we know it nowadays hasn't been like this for this whole time. Okay, we have to have in mind that the English language has been developed by the pass of the years and has been influenced by many other languages like French, Latin, German, Old Nordic, and so on. Okay, that's why for a native Spanish speaker it's so hard to learn to speak in English. And the second reason that why is it too difficult to learn English for a native Spanish speaker is that we are learning in a wrong way. Okay, we cannot just learn about grammar, and we cannot just learn about listening, and we cannot just learn vocabulary, even if we know the whole all rules of grammar. uh, Maybe we won't be able to express ourselves like we want to. Okay, because culture has to do with the learning process of English. So it's not the same thing to study English here in Mexico, where everybody speaks Spanish and everybody has a culture like you practice in, than to being in a place that English is a dominant language, or at least you are involved in an environment where it's a spoken language. Okay, um, it's the same with American guys. If an American guy come here in Mexico and he doesn't know how to speak Spanish, he will learn to speak Spanish because he is involved by the language. Okay, human is programmed to adapt to the situations. So if we are in a situation, if we get out of our zone comfort and we go out to another place where the English is a dominant language, we will learn how to express ourselves because of the necessity we have to communicate with others. Okay, so that's why society has a lot to do with the process of learning English. So um, we have to have that in mind. Also, we have to have in mind the culture of, for example, America, because it's not the same culture we have here in Mexico. For example, let's talk about the family. Family in USA, American families are just mom, dad, brother, and sister, and that's all. And here in Mexico, families are father, mother, sister, brother, uncle, aunt, grandmother, grandfather, niece, and the family goes on. So here in Mexico, families are bigger, and in United States, families are small. That's a cultural difference, and it's important to know cultural differences uh, in order to learn how to speak an idiom. So another difference between these two cultures is the punctuality. Punctuality is very important. Is a very important difference between American culture and Mexican culture. Sorry. Um, Here in Mexico, we used to not be punctual. It is like a tradition. If I go to a party and the party was at 8 and I arrive 8:30, it's okay. It's not messing. But if you in United States you are invited to a party and the party starts at 7 and you get at 7:30, maybe you will be seen as wrong. So these little details are examples of why learning a language is not just learning the rules, but get in the culture.